Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Another day out in the barn doing some maintenance on the Camaro. We're going to do our normal oil change. We got 10 quarts of Royal Purple, and we've got our new filter. This will be my first time breaking it down and checking the filter out and everything, be able to clean it and put it back together. And other than that, we've got some new front rotors for the Camaro. I went with DBA Disc Brakes Australia. These rotor rings mount to the factory top hat. They come with some new lock rings and a nice fancy rotor. They're marked left and right. And the interesting thing to me about these, with this paint that they're marked with, it has a guide in the kit that shows you after they get hot kind of what temperature range you're getting into by what color these little paint stripes turn. So I thought that was pretty neat. I'm going to get the filter off the car and get all the oil drained out, and I'll come back when I take the filter apart and take a look at it and show you kind of how that works. See y'all in a minute. All right, so got the filter off. It's hot because I just drove the car to town. Spun off pretty easy. Just got a little adapter that adapts it to the engine. Kind of wanted to come off with it, so I had to shake it and get it come off. Thought I was spinning it for too long, and I surely was. But the little cap comes off. Now let's see if we can get the filter out. Put that cap off. And the filter. And I do not see anything in the little pleats. There's a little trash in there from something. But no metal particles that I see. Nothing alarming looking. And of course the oil, it's been 3,000 miles, pretty much to the number, maybe 3,015 miles. The oil is definitely dark, but I do run the 85 full time, so you definitely got to change your oil more regularly. I don't really see anything alarming in the oil. It still has a purple tint to it. That's pretty neat. Looks good. So, gonna clean this. You can use brake cleaner, or you could use Dawn dish soap or something like that, and clean it up, dry it out, fill it with oil, put it back on, refill the engine. No big deal. I'll give you a little rundown on my car since it's a little different. With the catch can, this screws in just like your factory oil cap, and you just take the line off, and no big deal. I'm gonna drain the catch can, and then I'll jump back with y'all when I get the wheel off, and we'll replace the top pad on the brakes. See y'all in a few. All right, y'all, we're back. Got the rotor off. We'll take a look under here. Make sure you've got your caliper hanging by a wire or something. Don't let it dangle by the brake line. You'll damage it. Gonna do some cleanup on the hub. It's getting a little rusty looking. There's our hot performance pads. I'm going to clean out the groove here before I put everything back together. Spray everything down with some brake clean. So to get the caliper off, you're going to need an 18 millimeter ratchet and a wrench. You can use the ratchet on the bottom. The top bolt, you need the wrench because it hits the strut. To get the pin out of the caliper, it is a 13 millimeter and a little punch to punch out the pins that hold the pads in, and a little Torx bit to get that out, holding the rotor to the hub. So we got our bolts holding the hat to the rotor ring, 8 millimeter or 5/16 for these, and it is a 8 millimeter 12 point under the bottom for all the bolts holding them in. So you'll need two to get them moving back and forth and take them all out. I'll take everything out, be right back. All right, so we've got all the little bolts and nuts off and the little clips. So the rotor hat just lifts off. These little pieces slide in and out to align everything. The bolts, so that is out. There's our disc, and you probably can't tell it on camera, but that's more than a catch your fingernail. That's a catch your finger. These are worn out. They are done. You can see the base metal starting to shine through the layer on top that your pad actually contacts. So those are done. And my hands are filthy. We'll open up these new ones. Take a look. So there's our new rotor. It's got some gas vents in it. Nice and thick. These are supposed to be really good, high quality rotors. You want to get your sticker off and then spray them down with brake clean and wipe the surface down, and then after that, try not to touch your hands. I'm going to put some gloves on so I don't get fingerprints in it. But they come with a special coating to keep it from rusting while it's sitting in the box. So I'm going to spray them down. I'm going to get this sticker off, and I'm going to get the hat bolted to it and clean up the hub and put it back on the car, and we'll join you all back here in a minute. Something I thought about, guys, is you want to give these a brush with a good wire brush and try to get up some of the Loctite, but you want to reapply Loctite to every one of these bolts that go through and connect the hat to the rotor. So make sure you're doing that. Make sure you clean everything up. I don't know what the torque spec on this on putting them back together, but I'm going to use the good and tight method. Keep in mind these are small bolts, so if you get 2 3/8 ratchets and you hulk down on it, you're going to break them, and you're going to be going somewhere to find some of these bolts again. Like I said, it comes with new lock nuts, so we'll replace all of those, but we do want to put Loctite back on them when we get going. I'm going to put this back together and clean up the hub on the car and get it put back on. Okay, y'all, got her all bolted back up. One thing to mention is each one of these little clips has a tab, and the tab needs to be located to the inside instead of the outside. Something else I like to do before putting these back on, like I said, I gave these a little scrub with a wire brush, but just put some anti-seize on the surfaces that's going to contact the top hat, and make sure that thing can't lock itself on there, and make sure you know where your little screw goes to hold the rotor onto the hub. Other than that, do a little cleanup. It's a good time for a nut and bolt check on all your suspension stuff, whatever else you might need to do under there. I'm going to clean up my caliper a little bit. I'm going to dig the brake dust out of the pad and get this thing put back together and do the other side. Hope this helps y'all out a little bit. Y'all have a good day. Later.